What's up guys, Max here, and have some pretty cool footage from the Comic-Con event. And this is indeed the very first Street Fighter V tournament I had ever participated in. I didn't get a chance to join the tournaments at E3, and they went pretty damn cool, and there was a lot of people there. And this was the first public kind of event outside of like one special event that was in LA, where people could actually just show up and play Street Fighter V and learn the game and everything like that. So there were quite a few pretty good people at this event, and between all of these matches, I'm not going to be able to show all of them because it actually took quite a long time. The tournament took a good 2.5 hours to complete. But I was very lucky because I did win this tournament with Nash, and a lot of you guys are probably immediately asking, why the hell didn't you choose Ken? Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Right before this tournament happened, Ken was announced. So we went to the Comic-Con panel where he was announced. It was freaking amazing. And then I came back and started playing as the character as much as I could. And I really did like Ken at the start, but I didn't really understand him very much yet. So I was trying to do things like older fighting games. And it just wasn't working out too much. I wasn't like winning everything all the time, which is, you want to have somebody you're reliable with. So within this tournament, I ended up going with Nash because between every opportunity I've had to play the game, Nash is definitely the one character I've played the most so far in Street Fighter V, and I kind of like playing as him, so there you go. So I'm going to talk about a few things that happen within the gameplay to kind of break down what's going on with the thought process behind Nash, and why I think he's really good at the moment, but at the same time, not a lot of people are using him because he is one of the most executional heavy characters. And by that I mean his combos are not the easiest to do in comparison to everyone else. There's like usual 3-hit combos with almost every member of the cast right now in Street Fighter V, and Nash has some kind of complex combos, and even I'm not very good at all of them at the moment. There is a new bit of information that's popped up for Street Fighter V, and it's that one-frame links, that specific thing, is kind of gone from Street Fighter IV. If you guys want to have a better understanding of how links work in Street Fighter V and how you're going to be getting your combos, I would highly recommend you play something like Omega Mode in Ultra Street Fighter IV, because the way that game handles the buffering of inputs, wow, look at that crazy-ass combo. Stun is a real thing in this game, guys. It's no joke. The way it preserves your inputs is going to be a lot different than SF4 Vanilla or SF4 Ultra. It's going to be like Omega Mode, and it makes all your combos essentially a little bit easier to do, which is not specifically a bad thing. There is one strategy I'm going to tell all of you guys going into the beta that's going to be coming up in a week or so, that when you start the beta, try to practice something called double tapping or pianoing. It's essentially the practice of using your middle finger and your index finger on whatever button you're trying to link your combo into. Whatever you're trying to link a button into a button with, you want to double tap that second button, and that essentially gives you twice the chance to get the execution you need. There's a pretty good use of Nash's V-trigger, which is to take advantage of people throwing fireballs at you from full screen, and if you have V-trigger, you can literally teleport to the opposite side of them and then do a full big-ass punish. I'm not even doing the best punishes with Nash right now within this video. The best one you can do is a crouching heavy punch into Link stand back medium kick, and then go for like heavy genocide cutter. I'm not even too sure the name of the move. Nash right now, I think he's really an interesting character. I'm going to be playing him probably the most within the beta because the beta will not have Ken available, but I've also learned quite a bit of how to play Ryu as well. And once again, I'll tell you guys, like, the biggest piece of advice is that in this game, you kind of have to just block stuff. The biggest thing within SF5 compared to Street Fighter IV is that Street Fighter IV gave you a lot of ways to kind of swindle your way out of situations, between backdashing with invincibility, with focus attack backdashing, or just soaking the attacks through focuses. That kind of is a thing that's very unique to Street Fighter IV, and it's gone in this game. There are ways to extend combos, and here's another severe punish that you can get with full meter. You'll find yourself sitting on full meter a lot in Street Fighter V. You do get meter really fast. And within this game, you kind of just have to block stuff. It's a lot different than Street Fighter IV, just accept that you're going to take a little bit of chip damage in this situation where you're blocking your opponent's attacks, but don't try to get a sneaky jump in. Don't try to do anything absolutely crazy. You will get just random damage that way, or take random damage that way. And I'll tell you right now with Nash, one of the best things I have with this character is that Nash's normals are very good, but it's only the normals that you can't combo after. For example, you can't 2-in-1 cancel his crouching medium kick. You can't 2-in-1 cancel his crouching heavy punch. These things that do really good range and really high damage, you actually can't even use them for combos unless you do some very specific link situations. But these moves are fantastic. They're really good. They poke from great distances. They do good damage. It's just that they're not meant for combos especially. They're kind of meant for situations where you want to get your opponent frustrated that they're getting hit low multiple times. And those little poking hits, that random hit here and there, that stuff does a lot over time in this game. Once again, this is a hit confirm into super. Essentially what you can do with Nash is do a crouching short, standing light punch into medium punch target combo into his fireball back light kick special, cancel that special into a super, and you have something that's very similar to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike with special cancels. Not a lot of folks are familiar with special cancels in Street Fighter 4 because they used your special or your super bar, and barely did you ever see the use of supers in SF4. That really never happened with almost any character, and the use of a super was reserved, or your super meter was reserved for EX attacks, and essentially focus attack dash canceling. And in this game, your super is really good. Like, that is your primary biggest damage route at the moment. And it's very good with certain characters because you can hit confirm into it. You don't get multiple ones like Street Fighter 3. In that situation, you see Chun doesn't go for her super as much, but she goes for the EX legs, and the EX legs probably does some of her best grounded damage. It's extremely good. So the biggest piece of advice I'll give you guys when you start playing Street Fighter 5 in the beta is then there is some similarities to Street Fighter 4, but be a little bit more patient in this game. That's very hard for me because I like jumping around and being an idiot. This game definitely is going to reward more patient play, and at the same time, there's a lot of damage options for characters. You can get to your damage very fast in Street Fighter 5 because everything hurts so damn much. Chun-Li getting a few combos. Her V-trigger is actually a lot better than I thought it was. This guy that I was playing against is extremely, probably the best Chun-Li I've ever played in this game. And she has insane pressure when she has her V-trigger activated, which allows her medium punch and, her mediums and heavy attacks, or normals, to hit multiple times. Charlie and all the throw ranges, Nash and all the throw ranges in this game seem to be kind of short right now, so when you try to tick throw somebody, you gotta be really close for that throw. And another piece of advice I'll give you guys is that tech get up, or get up quick, or you kind of slap a button as soon as you hit the ground. Your character will roll up off the ground backwards and get up kind of immediately. And this can seem very frustrating because a lot of the times you'll see somebody, you'll knock them down, they'll tech get up really quick, and they'll just jab out of it. And you will be trying to be offensive and keep the pressure up, and they'll just kind of jab you through all that pressure, which is slightly frustrating. The one thing I will tell you, and I asked Peter about this Combo Fiend at the event, how do I prevent people from getting up and tech rolling up really fast? Because there is invincibility on that, and I can't feel like I can stop them from doing it. He told me that when somebody rolls to get up, or they tech and get up really fast because there's no more hard knockdowns in this game, one of the things that you need to pay attention to is that when you can hit them, it's a lot earlier than you think. So when you want to throw out the normal to keep them kind of locked in position, you should be doing that a lot earlier than them actually during the get up animation. And that helped so much. Sadly, I didn't have this information for the tournament, but later on when I got it, it did help out quite a bit, so you can continue the pressure on your opponent, because for a long time I was feeling like, man, people could just get up, like the knockdown doesn't mean anything in this game anymore. It actually does. It just takes a little bit more finesse and understanding right now in Street Fighter 5 to get to it. This is the grand finals right here. I believe Chun-Li is about to take the second game as we go into the absolute final match here at Comic-Con. So let me talk about this match in general. One thing that I'm trying to fish out is Nash's crouching medium kick, which is probably his best poking tool. I fake people out. I go for crouching medium kicks since I can't cancel it. I dash in and grab him, or go for an overhead. His overhead is very effective too. But the throw game in Street Fighter 5 is huge, guys, because one thing that Killer Instinct taught me is looking out for throw and throw whiffs. Because when you whiff a throw in KI, oh my god, dude, like there's so much animation behind it. It's not as much in this game, but it is very obvious. Like when somebody whiffs a throw, you can neutral jump punish the crap out of them most of the time now. which is a huge change from Ultra Street Fighter 4. There's no more crouch teching, there's no more anything like that. You have to stand to tech your opponent's throw. So it's big, and it's going to be a big change to how people are going to play this game. I still find myself having a ton of Street Fighter 4 habits in this game with like backdashing, assuming it has invincibility, and doing crouch techs and stuff like that, and it just doesn't work, man. So, in the end of the match, that move is rarely ever used. I actually have to see if I can find a better application for it with the tackle to crush on the ground. And I got lucky there because it was probably an execution error in all honesty. The overhead hits. Chun-Li does have V-Trigger activated right now, which means as soon as she gets close, she's going to have very good pressure, and I'm just trying to stop her from doing any of that at the moment. And this guy makes an absolute amazing read here, because check this out. V-Trigger activate, and he calls it, goes to the opposite side, panic Shoryuken, and I end up taking the whole thing. And that just about does it, guys. My very first Street Fighter V tournament. As always, dudes, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. As soon as the beta drops in about a week and a half or so, I'm going to be playing a lot of Ryu, a lot of Nash, and probably learning the other characters as well. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you guys next time.